hell are you doing? This guy will knock you on your ass.
Tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
Welcome back to another episode of DAS with your boy Sean Mack, and today we're going to be discussing Apollo Creed. Sometimes in life, an actor or an actress can play a role that supersedes the life and who they actually are in real life, but that's what Apollo did. A lot of people don't know. They know the Creed movies. I'm pretty sure a lot of these young people just know Creed, but it would never be an Adonis Creed without Apollo Creed. So today we're going to take a look at Apollo Creed's life and his death. So if you like today's content, make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the video. So let's go. Apollo Creed, born August 17, 1942 in Los Angeles, California, and went out on his shell August 31st, 1985 at the age of 43 in Las Vegas, Nevada. With a barrage of nicknames such as the Dancing Destroyer, the King of Sting, the Count of Monte Fisto, the Thane of Pain, the Prince of Punch, the Master of Disaster, and the One and Only. Apollo was one of the greatest boxers to ever grace the heavyweight division. He had a total of 49 fights, 47 wins, 46 of those wins coming by KO. He only lost twice, one loss in the championship bout to Rocky Balboa, and one in an exhibition fight to Ivan Drago, which ultimately sealed his fate. In 1976, Apollo was sitting at the top of the heavyweight division. He was charismatic, intelligent, and an undefeated 33-year-old world heavyweight champion. A planned bicentennial fight against the number one contender, Mac Lee Green, was scheduled for January 1st, 1976. However, Green hurt his left hand in training, and the other top-ranked contenders were either busy or claimed they didn't have enough time to get in shape. A frustrated Creed is unwilling to waste the time, effort, and money he's already invested in the fight. He comes up with a novelty. This would generate huge publicity. He would offer an unknown local fighter an opportunity to battle for the title in a match in Philadelphia. Upon reviewing the local boxers in Philadelphia, Apollo is drawn to a club fighter named Rocky Balboa because Balboa is an Italian and he has a catchy nickname, the Italian Stallion. Apollo also explained his choice by saying, quote, "Who discovered America? An Italian, right? What better way to celebrate his 200th birthday than get it on with one of his descendants?" End quote. Apollo brushes off his manager's warning that he should not fight the left-handed Balboa, pleading to knock him out in 3 rounds, in spite of ever showing concern when he sees Balboa in a television interview punching sides of beef in a meatpacking plant. It seems like Creed is putting more effort into giving everyone a great show than training for this bout. When the match takes place, Creed dresses up as both George Washington and Uncle Sam in the pre-fight festivities, with his matching trademark Stars and Stripes boxing shorts. He's in a jovial mood until Balboa knocks him down in the first round with a single uppercut, the first time Creed has ever been knocked down in his career. He endures a grueling 15-round fight with Balboa, who gets to his feet after Creed takes him down in the 14th round, which appears to be the end of the match. This was the first time anyone has taken the champ for a full 15 rounds. Both fighters are beaten, bloodied, and bruised by the end of the bout. Balboa with several eye injuries and Creed with eternal bleeding in his abdomen. Creed gains a controversial split decision victory, and neither fighter wants a rematch, at least at the moment. At the end of the first fight, both fighters did not want a rematch, but after Apollo challenged Rocky to come out of retirement to step up to the plate, and Rocky did, it was on. Fight night, November 1976, on Thanksgiving. Unlike their first fight, Creed dominated Balboa throughout most of the second fight, stopping Rocky's strategy of fighting with his right hand. Despite this, he is unable to make good on his promise of an early knockout victory, as Rocky absorbs his punches and manages to get up both times after being knocked down. By the final round, Apollo is well ahead on points, but is fatigued, and it is apparent that he cannot knock Balboa out. A fatigued Creed takes a beating from Balboa, not wanting a repeat of the first fight, and ignoring the pleas of his trainers. He vows to knock Balboa out rather than taking the safer route by winning on points. At the beginning of the 15th round, he tells Rocky, quote, "You're going down," end quote, to which Balboa replies, quote, "No way," end quote. After going toe-to-toe for much of the final round, Creed is knocked down by Balboa, with Balboa falling down in exhaustion as well. Balboa gets up by the count of 9, but Apollo is unable to pull himself up and is counted out, losing the match and the championship by knockout. It's his first professional loss. Apollo retires from boxing soon after. Despite the loss, he regains the respect of the public, and he has lost in a fair fight. The fight also results in Creed finally acknowledging Balboa's ability as a fighter, rather than seeing him as a fluke. But in 1985, Apollo, now 43 years old, comes out of a 5-year retirement to fight the mammoth Soviet Olympic boxer Ivan Drago, who has come to the United States on behalf of the Soviet Union to enter the world of professional boxing. Not wanting the Soviets to appear superior to American fighters, the patriotic Apollo challenges Drago to an exhibition match and calls out Drago at the press conference that sets up their exhibition bout in the Jubilee showroom at the first MGM Grand in Las Vegas on August 31st, 1985. Highlighted by a pre-match rendition of Living in America by James Brown, Apollo enters the arena from a descending scaffold overhead, dancing to the music in his old red, white, and blue Uncle Sam outfit, with Rocky, Duke, and Paulie in his corner. Apollo is overly confident that he can dispose of Drago with ease. However, Apollo is not ready for the extreme size and strength of the Russian. After taunting Drago and landing a number of ineffectual punches, Creed is pummeled badly in the first round. Rocky wants to stop the fight, but Apollo refuses. Apollo adamantly tells Rocky not to stop the fight, quote, "no matter what," end quote. At the start of the second round, Drago pummels Creed with ease. Rocky again tries to stop the fight by throwing in the towel, but hesitates too long, giving Drago a chance to deliver. Just as Rocky drops the towel, a fatal blow to Apollo, who perishes in Rocky's arms in the middle of the ring. An enraged Rocky then sets out to avenge Apollo's death by challenging Drago himself and agrees to an unsanctioned 15-round bout in the Soviet Union. Rocky again wears Apollo's stars and striped boxing trunks. He succeeds with beating Drago and avenging Apollo's death, but the loss of his friend would never be forgotten by Rocky Balboa. Apollo was a real one. Rest in peace to Carl Weathers. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like the content. I want to share a quick story with you before I get on out of here. Show you how much a person can mean to a community and actually to a little kid growing up. Me and C. Anthony, my brother that does the boxing on this channel, we used to go see the Rocky movies with my mother. And I'm going to show you how real it got. We were sitting in the movies, and when Drago finished Apollo, I can't be 100% certain about this, but I'm pretty sure my mother cried. Corey, maybe he did. If he did, he would say he didn't, but we were young at that time. And I cried. I was like 4 or 5 years old, whatever. I cried. But when we left that movie, my whole house, we got home, we told my dad about it. My dad never really enjoyed the Rocky movies. He said it was kind of, he used to say, Sean Corey, a man cannot hit a man that hard. And he lived. Well, we kind of know that, Dad. He was kind of hating on the slick, but my dad didn't like that, nor did he like wrestling. But we had a somber mood in my house mood that whole time for like weeks and weeks on out. You didn't have a lot of you didn't have the internet. The way that you got your information was either from TV or these magazines my mom used to get when we were in the store, you know, waiting in line. She would get a magazine and read it and whatnot, and it came out that the reason that he Sylvester Stallone actually killed off Carl Weathers, Apollo Creed, on the movie was due to some type of money dispute, and that just icked my mother the wrong way. And she loved Sylvester Stallone, but to that to that day, she loved him. Then she stopped loving him because of that. That's just how my mother was. A lot of people in the hood stopped liking Rocky because they let he killed off Apollo. It got real for a moment, and it was like it was a part of our life. He meant a lot to us. He meant a lot to me. He wasn't Carl Weathers. He was Apollo. He was like Uncle Apollo. How could you do that to Uncle Apollo? But it meant a lot to me, and it was a big part of me growing up. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all out there growing up remember it's no Adonis Creed without Apollo Creed. So I just wanted to tell Carl Weathers, I know he up there listening. I appreciate what you did for me, and I enjoyed you growing up as a kid and as that character Apollo. So I just want to make sure that you know. Once again, if y'all like today's content, make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the channel and like the video. I want to say rest in peace to Carl Weathers. No, rest in peace to Apollo Creed. You will be missed. And this is Death After Sports. Apollo Creed.